Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Zero Escape.
一宮、お前はもう気づいてるんだろ
Last time we left off, we successfully have broken Ace. And let's see where things go.
自分はただ、いいように操られてただけだってことに。
ああ、どうやらそのようだな。私はただの傀儡。苦屈に過ぎなかったらしい。
Yup.
私が現場に足を運んだ時には全てのお膳立てが整っていた。大病室のレッドには基板が差し込まれ、虹先にはニルスの服が着せられていた。船長室には殺せと言わんばかりに斧が放置されていて、そこにいた武蔵道には抵抗できぬよう麻酔薬が打たれていた。虹先にもだ。今思えばどうしてそんな分かりやすい罠にはまってしまったのかと自分では呆れるほどだよ。
Sometimes when you're, overwhelmed and possibly in danger, your mind doesn't think right. It's like the opposite of the morphogenetic frequency stuff. Sometimes you have an epiphany, and sometimes your brain just doesn't work, and you miss the simple things.
そう、これは罠だったんだ。
Sure was.
私はまんまとゼロの術中にはまり、見事に踊らされてしまったんだ。
ああ、ゼロは一宮を操ることによって、自分の手を全く汚さずに、3つの殺人をやってのけた。すべては、9年前の復讐のために。
I'm still wondering, because Santa was doubled over as well. I'm hoping Santa isn't bleeding out from a bullet wound while all of this is happening. I hope he just got, punched or something.
今回のこのノナリーゲームは、そのために仕組まれたものだったんだ。な、そうだろサンタ。ああ、何のことだ知らねえな。
とぼけても無駄だ、サンタ。いや、倉敷葵。何もかも思い出したんだよ。お前は間違いなく倉敷葵だ。まさか9年も経って、またこの同じ部屋で話すことになるとはな。と言っても、お前にとっては想定の範囲内か。何しろ、今回のノナリーゲームを画策したのは、ゼロ。お前自身なんだからな。
そうか。記憶を取り戻しちまったのか。
Okay, so yeah, that does confirm it. No last minute switcheroo on who it is.
それじゃ隠しても仕方ねえな。そう。確かに俺は倉敷葵だ。9年前の実験の被験者。そこにいるニルスと共にノナリーゲームをくぐり抜けてきたメンバーだ。
So who in the nine hells is June then?
だが一つ。いや、二つだけ誤解してるみたいだから言っておこう。俺は、ゼロじゃない。
Okay, no, you're not Zero. Okay. Alright. So that, yeah, you saying, okay, you got me, wasn't confirming it. I mentioned that, yeah, I mean, he could be, but, I wouldn't be surprised if it was still a switch. That's why I was kind of shocked when you confirmed it, but no, you're not. I guess you weren't really confirming you were Zero, you're just confirming, yeah, my name is Aoi.
なんだって。俺がゼロに協力していたことに違いはない。いわば、ゼロの参謀みたいなもんだ。だが、参謀は所詮参謀。今回のノナリーゲームを画策したのは俺じゃないんだ。
Yeah?
俺はただ、ゼロの指示に従って動いてただけで。それじゃあ一体、本当のゼロ。
Was I right from the get?
まあ待てよ。二つって言っただろ。お前らが誤解してることはもう一つあるんだ。順平、さっきお前はこう言ったよな。すべては9年前の復讐のために。今回のノナリーゲームはそのために仕組まれたものだったんだって。違うんだ。復讐が全ての目的だったわけじゃねえんだよ。お前らにノナリーゲームを行わせた理由はもう一つあるんだ。
Yeah, this is what I'm curious about.
救出。
救出。
そう。亡くなった妹を、茜を助ける方法が。
Okay. How, though? That's my question. Like, I put forth the idea that maybe she didn't actually die, but maybe she did and we're somehow bringing her back some way, or there's some other weirdness going on.
何を言ってる？倉敷茜は9年前、確かにこの部屋で。どういうことだ？倉敷茜は、茜は。頭が割れそうだ。
セブン？一体どうしたっていうの？
わからねえが、とにかく頭が割れそうなほど痛むんだ。
Okay, so maybe Seven's the, I forget the exact, like, terminology they used, but maybe there's morphogenetic frequency weirdness going on with Seven, and Seven's the one they're transmitting to? There was, like, transmitters and receivers, and, yeah, but you're the one being transmitted to, so a receiver, I guess. Possibly? In that you're, like, slowly getting your memory back like this? Because I can't think of another reason why your head would hurt besides just you're remembering something even more important, I guess, but...
ノナリープロジェクトとは何だったのか知ってるとは思うが、もう一度だけ言っておこう。それはある現象を証明するための実験計画だった。その現象とは何か。Q と A が物理的な接点を持たずにコンタクトを取ること。
Yeah?
形態形成場仮説。人間には認知し得ないフィールドを介し、Q と A が情報の交換を行うことは可能かどうか。
I feel like we should be keeping an eye on Ace right now, because he's just doubled over from a punch, albeit a very big 7 punch. We gotta make sure he doesn't, like, I don't know, did we take the gun? I don't remember if we took the gun. But let's make sure he doesn't do anything crazy, because we know he has a knife. Does he? Wait, does he have the knife? Well, he should have the knife, yeah, because he picks up the knife from the 9th man's body, and he had the bracelet. So he is still armed.
それを確かめるための実験計画だったんだ。具体的には、ギガントとネバダの模擬実験棟9棟の2カ所でそれは行われた。
Yeah, these are all things we know. I am curious. How far along? God, we still have so much to go. Oh my god, yeah. Alright, just wanted to check.
9棟はギガントの構造を完璧に模した施設で、そこに閉じ込められた9人は、建物の中に散りばめられた数々の謎を解き、その解放を形成場に書き込むことによって、ギガントにいる9人の兄弟に伝えるよう求められた。送信者は9頭に、受信者はギガントに。本来であればペアとなる兄弟は、それぞれ別々の場所に分かれて監禁されるはずだった。ところが、手違いがあった。茜は送信者。本当なら、9頭にいなければならないはずだったんだが。
Ah, so the sibling... And, yeah, the two siblings were in the same experiment. I mentioned how that was weird earlier, I believe. I remember mentioning it's weird that Santa's here with his sister when all the other situations the siblings have been separated.
なぜか受信者である俺と同じギガントの方に移送されてきたんだ。おそらくグループ A に入る予定だった誰かと間違われたんだろう。とにかくその誰かと入れ替わりになって茜はギガントの方に。さあここまで言えばもうわかるだろう。順平、お前はもううすうす感づいてるはずだ。
I have ideas, but hit me with it, Junpei.
何を？
とぼけんなよ。お前は決して知り得ないことを知っている。
Yeah, no things you shouldn't, no things you couldn't. Are you saying I was there too? Is that what you're getting at? Or are you saying, like, I'm someone that can just access the field and get all of this information as well? Because I've mentioned the idea that maybe Junpei would have been a part of the experiment as well.
どうして一宮が総合失認症だと分かった？
Uh-huh.
なぜ一宮が久保田を殺害した動機や虹崎の殺害方法について知っていた？一宮が本郷だと分かった時、お前は驚いたか？
Yeah, I've been mentioning this the entire time, that Junpei just has a bunch of stuff come to him for seemingly no reason, and I just chalked it up to the morphogenetic field stuff. And the timelines kind of coming together.
それから、ニルスを閉じ込めておいたあの棺。お前は一体どうやってあの棺を開けたんだ？
それは。
He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. Okay, so yeah, someone was sending Junpei information through the morphogenetic field. Like I mentioned. I had some of the details fuzzy, but yeah, that does seem to be exactly what was happening. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction, it can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. Okay. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. Yeah. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. Yeah, so A Junpei doesn't know about B Junpei, but someone can get access to information from multiple paths. But I'm different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I? The ninth letter of the alphabet? But I am also zero. wait, okay, you're losing me a little bit. The ninth letter of the alphabet, I. There's a 9 again, but I'm also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0? Where's this going? Interesting. So you're saying you can see the future and you do become 0 in the future, but you're not 0 yet, but you know you're going to become 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? June? No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover... Oh shit.
動くな。
Santa's got the gun. Oh, there's a lot happening. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having the gun to his head.
立て。
Sure isn't about to take that gun off of him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he looks so drained. I guess he's going for the door. Huh. Doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
どうするつもりだ？
He can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
俺はサンタクロース。
Yeah, he did say that.
あいつの願いを叶えてやるのさ。
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Okay, bye. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. See if the store still opens.
ダメだ。やっぱり開かない。
Interesting. So yeah, the disembodied voice, I don't even think it's Junpei. I think it's like, that is I? But no, I would know how all of this unfolds because, yeah, okay. Okay.
閉じ込められたってこと？
みたいだね。
サンタの野郎、一体何を企んでやがるんだ。
まさか。
Said you're going to go make one more wish come true, and you said all of us were playing the game so that you could bring your sister back.
まさか、なんだよ。
この状況から考えて、これからサンタが行うことは一つしかないだろう。
ちょっとやめてよ。冗談でしょ？
Oh, but he is. Shit, we've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just got to... No, it's not going to work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Yep, 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
順平、手帳とペン貸してもらえる？
Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them. Ever again. Yeah. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping out pages. Jeez.
おい、何やってんだよ、つば。貸せ。
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. Two plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. So, Snake, Clover, me, and 7. That just doesn't include Lotus.
そんな、
これ以外の組み合わせは。
Lotus. Looks like she'd figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
いいわよ。行きなさい。
ヤシロ。
そんなことできるわけねえだろ。
あら、意外ね。厄介払いができてせいせいするんじゃないの？
バカ野郎！
Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
お前がいないと。お前がいないとな。困るんだよ。
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
困る？
あ、そうだ。おめえみてえな悪い奴がいねえと、俺の商売は成り立たねえからな。とにかく、お前を置き去りにするわけにはいかねえんだよ。
Weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job. Huh. I thought you were just going to say, like, we need to reunite you with Nona or something, because we still don't know what happened to Nona, your daughter. I'm like, was she mentioned? We saw her in the flashback, so I guess she got away.
セブン。
もちろん。俺も反対だ。
私も。
僕もだ。
バカな連中ね。
Act as tough as you want. We can all see you're about to cry.
ただ、
ただ、
どっちにしろ、扉は開かないんじゃないかな。4人で認証したとしても。
どうして？
I feel like I need a log of what bracelets we're currently holding. Do we have any of them? I think Ace has them all.
一宮のことを思い出してくれ。僕は目が見えないけれど、あの時一宮がレッドにしがみついて何をしていたのかぐらいはわかる。
あ、そういえば。
Yeah.
そんなバカな。どうして私とヤシロと久保田のバングル、数字痕は間違いなく9になるはずだ。なぜなんだ。どうして開かない。
一応試すだけでもしておいた方がいいんじゃない？
試す？
そう。試すんだ。
Uh-huh. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9.
本当だ。
Oh. Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought it didn't work because it wasn't actually 9 because the bracelet was flipped. But what you're saying is this isn't actually a 9 digital root door. Because we just got 9 and it didn't open.
開かねえな。
9年前には確かに開いたはずなんだけどね。数字痕が9になれば。
Did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
何か設定が変えられてるってことか。
かもしれないね。
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. Guess this is it. This is the end. Unless... I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch, I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. Yeah, as I've mentioned, Akane vision, I just noticed up there. Okay, so it is what I thought. Okay. Which would certainly explain, I mean, I'm not, yeah, she's 0, or she's going to be 0 at some point. Is the way you're attempting to bring your sister back that she's, like, preserved somehow in the morphic field set, and you're going to try and put her in a new body, or something like that? But there's also the other person that is clearly Akane, but yeah, this would make sense for a lot of stuff, like the weird flirtation we had with that character and stuff that was seemingly out of nowhere, which might have been due to her being able to know that, you know, exactly what we were thinking at all times and stuff, but the way this character is speaking right now does not really reflect the personality of June. So, I don't know. But yeah, clearly, I mean, that confirms it in the top right. So, you know, if we hadn't already realized that, yeah, that's a pretty hard confirm. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. Interesting. Wow, okay. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. That sounds horrible! Talk about sensory overload and being overstimulated. You're living in 2 different time periods and getting all of the senses and emotions from both. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Yeah, that sounds awful! Eventually it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me. Okay, well here's all the kids. So Snake, Akane... So yeah, okay, so my thing about Junpei being here wasn't true, and is also somehow true, because she's also Junpei, so like, she was getting to see things unfold at the same time across timelines, so like, in spirit, Junpei was here, I suppose, because Akane was here, and she knew everything about Junpei down to his core, so... Okay. Okay, I don't know who the rest of these kids are. That's clearly Nona. Don't know who you are, don't know who you are, don't know who you are, or you. These 4 at the back are, you know, I don't know. That was my brother Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Although, around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age. We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. It's actually kind of interesting, the visual novel sections where it gives you like way more explanation of like what's going on is like pretty similar to Akane vision here. So that's interesting too. When the game put me into that mode, it was more like you were an outside observer watching Junpei unfold, which definitely lines up with what this is. Like I said, there were definitely hints sprinkled about, and I kind of all knew from the get that Akane was just weird and there was something going on with her. And then when we learned about the morphogenetic frequencies things, I'm like, Well, there's clearly something going on with her in that. There's a bunch of other stuff that popped up, like her being Santa's sister and stuff that I didn't quite expect, but it's hard to keep all of the things in my head, especially when I play for like 30 minutes a day, usually, and I have so many other things going on. Two of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried, I want to go home. The other girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. Yeah, having kids in this situation would be vastly different, because kids can be very mean under stress. I mean, adults can too, of course, but I feel like adults can lock down and not just start having a fist fight and throwing tantrums. It's been 2 hours since the Notary game began. We were starting to fall apart. Just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. Light Yagami? Oh, he was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Okay. You were called Light then.
みんな、ちょっと来てくれ。
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around
僕
him.
には妹がいる。とても大切な妹だ。その妹の名は、四つ葉。今日は彼女の9回目の誕生日なんだ。
Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday. Wow, so her name actually is just Clover. Because I forgot the fact that, yeah, we all had code names. But is her name, like, actually just Clover? I'm thinking maybe. She just got kind of lucky with the code name that she got to choose. That may have been told to me earlier and I just forgot, though. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 four-leaf clovers. Always 9.
このクローバーは、誕生日プレゼントとして妹に贈ろうと思っていたものだ。ここに拉致されてくる前、近所の原っぱに行って積んできたんだ。
Nona's
みんなも知ってい
eyes.
ると思うけど、僕は目が見えない。これを9本も探すのはかなり骨が折れたよ。その思いが少しでも伝わってくれればと思って頑張って集めたんだ。9つになる四つ葉のために9本の四つ葉のクローバーをね。
Jesus Christ, you should have just wrote it all out. I'm pretty sure there's another line here, but I was very distracted by Nona's eyes. They look kind of odd from this angle. They look a little odd from this angle. Obviously, it's because she's looking here, and it's where our perspective's coming from, but... I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it's difficult. Okay, yeah, they should have just wrote all of this out with one confirm. My sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 four-leaf clovers would be appropriate.
みんなにも離れ離れになった兄弟がいるだろう。彼らのためにも僕らは絶対に生きてこの船を脱出しなきゃならないんだ。わかるね。そのためにやらなければならないことは3つある。仲間を信じ、
Okay.
愛し、みんながこの3つを守ってくれるなら必ず幸運が訪れるだろう。
So yeah, this is the thing that Santa told me with the four-leaf clover bookmark. Yes, which hinted... We found out from Snake later that means Santa was definitely one of the kids that was here because, yeah, how else would he know about that? If you take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
希望、信頼、愛、幸運。実はこの4つの言葉は四つ葉のクローバーのリーフワードなんだ。葉っぱの一枚一枚に意味が込められていてね。さあ、分かったらこれを受け取ってほしい。誓いの証として。
Who were the little shits that got into a fist fight? He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single four-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
どうか忘れないでほしい。それを持っている限り、僕らは永遠に仲間だってこと。
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9. Okay. That's probably where we're going to have to stop for today. But, we're getting there, so... Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.